What's going on, everybody? My name is Mr. Leong, and welcome back to another video in the Startup Starter Kit, back on my channel called Business Basics. Thanks for tuning in, and today we are going to look at things that you should do and shouldn't do when building and creating your own website. Now, in the previous video, I talked about the importance of having websites for your business, why they are important, and how they can provide some critical information for your consumers and potential customers. So in this video, I'm going to delve a little bit more into the design aspects, the homepage, and specific content that you should include for your website. So let's get started with this video on do's and don'ts when creating and building a website. Alright, let's begin, and if you haven't done so already, I would appreciate it if you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for some more free business basics content and videos. I hope this information is a little bit interesting to you and kind of helps you to start, run, and manage your very own business. So let's talk about websites. Now, the goal of any website, especially for a business, is to create something that attracts visitors, provides relevant information, improves and promotes the brand image, and it's also very consistent with your brand messaging. As I mentioned in my previous video, websites are designed to be a centralized platform where you can direct individuals to social media buttons or guide them towards a specific purchase. When you have a good website and when it's designed properly, it serves as a product showcase, as a customer service representative, and is also available 24/7. So there are some specific benefits for having a website for your business. So now you've decided to establish and create a website, you've chosen a domain, and now you're on this website creator, but you kind of are looking for some direction as to how to build a website and things to include. So we're gonna begin with some do's and don'ts, and I'll keep this video short and brief just so that you have some specific information for your website. Let's start off with the easiest one, do. You wanna include pertinent information. So if I'm you, I wanna make sure that I have a page, like a contact us page, or even an hours of operation page if you're running a retail business. So websites serve a purpose in that customers want to look for specific information, and your websites will have that information. So customers are looking for things such as, methods for contacting, like a telephone number or email. Maybe they want to learn more about the business, so you look at the history of the company through the About Us page. And businesses need to reassure consumers by developing trust with shoppers. I've done some reading on kind of the early days of e-commerce, and a lot of individuals didn't really shop online when the internet first came out because there wasn't a lot of trust and credibility established by these businesses. So you want to make sure that you want to include the relevant information so that you can guide consumers towards a specific action. They can't really visit your store if you're not providing relevant operational hours or address or even basic information. Here's a don't for you. Don't leave out product information. If you are running a retail business, either through Shopify or Amazon or eBay, you want to make sure that you describe your product in as much detail as possible, but not so much that it's like an essay. So every visitor to your business is a potential customer. So if you describe your products in a very effective manner with some specific adjectives and relevant details, this can leave visitors with a good impression of your business. And if you leave out relevant information, your visitors are going to be puzzled. Lack of information, again, leads to this idea of poor credibility. Consumers are going to go elsewhere if they visit your website for their first time, and they realize that they're not really sure about the products. So you want to describe it in as much detail as possible, dimensions, shipping information, and have that relevant details ready to go so that if you have a general visitor to your website, they can at least get some information about your products. Here's a do. You want to make your website as usable as possible. Websites fail for a variety of reasons, but one is the lack of usability. If a consumer has a frustrating experience looking for information, they're going to go to another place and then you lose a customer. So I've been to a few websites where it's so difficult trying to navigate through all of these individual pages, and there's not really a streamlined way to direct a consumer to a specific action. So a website should be designed based on some navigation paths, site maps, and for quick and easy access. So if you are selling clothing, you want to make sure that on the very front of the website, the home page, you have specific action buttons. The navigation buttons at the top make a lot of sense. So you have to really think through the eyes of the consumer. Think about how they are going to navigate the website, and you want to make sure that it's as user-friendly as possible. Don't forget an About Us page. When you are creating a business and a company for the first time, not too many people know about your business and what your missions, purpose, and values are. So even if it's just a short snippet, maybe just discussing about your journey or who you are as an owner, having an About Us page will let visitors and future consumers know about your business. Actually, the About Us page is probably one of the most visited pages on any sort of website, and it's a great opportunity to share a personal brand, share your story, missions, and values. Who are you as a business and a company, and what do you stand for? So this just gives the consumers a little bit of idea of who they're doing business with and why they should buy from your business. Here's a do. You want to include testimonials. This is a very effective way to grow your business because you have some evidence of social proof. Have you ever gone to Google reviews or Yelp to learn more about a business? These testimonials work in the exact same way. Having reviews of your product right under the product listing will help to build trust and credibility because consumers perceive these as third-party reviewers, and they will provide specific information about a product. So they have the same impact as referrals and can highlight specific benefits of your product. So if you're selling clothing, let's use the same example over here. Maybe a testimonial will include some explanation or description of the product quality. So if you're selling jackets, maybe the consumer may talk about the material used in the jacket and how it's such a high quality product. So having a variety of testimonials, again, is social proof and may guide potential consumers to actually buying from your business. Don't ignore your homepage. So as you're building your website, you're thinking about some pages to include. You have your homepage, About Us page, contact, and maybe some shipping and terms of conditions below. So your homepage is basically the first impression that the consumers get when they visit your webpage. Have you ever been to a library and browsed the books and kind of judged the book by its cover? So this works in the exact same way. You know, when you have consumers landing on your homepage, you have about 3 seconds to really drive a really good first impression. So your business's homepage is the main landing page and the first impression. So your homepage should have a specific headline followed by some actionable items and some buttons like social media buttons or even buttons to help navigate your website. So I'm going to show you an example, but you should have maybe your value proposition, who you are as a business, some pictures, and then some specific buttons to drive consumers to an action. And I've done some research, and I'll link the website below, but this website has done some research and these individuals about the top marketing websites and what they do and some similarities. So for example, this marketing website will have the logo in the top left, a good call to action somewhere in the middle, a well-displayed value proposition, and easy navigation. I think that this is the standard template to think about when you are building your web page because it's intuitive for a potential consumer. Let's look at an example. So I took a little bit of a snippet here, and this is from Dropbox. So when I click on Dropbox.com for the first time, this is exactly what I see. I see some images, some users, and the value proposition. If you don't know, Dropbox is a file storage software, and they help you to keep your files organized on a cloud. So their value proposition: keep life organized and work moving all in one place. Dropbox gives you secure access to all your files, collaborate with friends, family, and coworkers from any device, whether it's phone or even on your computer. So when I land on this potential website and I'm thinking about going to Dropbox, they've provided some specific and tangible benefits as to why I should use Dropbox. Think about a business, you buy the benefits, not necessarily the features. So this is a great way to really communicate who you are as a business and why consumers should buy from your business. And the action button is right here, get started. And this will direct future consumers to maybe a free trial or some sort of lead magnet, or maybe even a button to describe the plans of Dropbox. So I think this is well laid out and something to consider when you start your own website. Do include high quality images. It makes an incredible amount of difference when you are establishing and building a website. Statistics show that taking the time to take high quality images of your product can make a huge difference because it leads to improved search engine optimization, better communication about your products, and it really helps the engagement and conversion rate. So when I'm, browsing, clothing websites, when it's displayed in a very effective manner, very high quality, it just makes the company seem more reputable. It makes it seem like they're more trustworthy, and to me, I feel more of an engagement towards these specific websites rather than showing a outdated or blurry image. So again, this speaks volumes to your brand image and who you are as a business. So I'd recommend, if you are selling products, take the time to set it up nice, have a good backdrop, and take very good images of your products. All right, a quick summary before we take off. Make sure you have the relevant pages, the home page, contact us, about us page, and any pages as well for legality purposes, terms of conditions, and privacy policies. You want to have great visuals, a good design for your web page, and high quality images. Don't worry about paying thousands of dollars for website design. You can try using some free templates and then changing things up as you build some exposure for your website. Make sure you describe your products in great detail with the relevant information about materials, sizing, etc. You want to have testimonials for social proof. And then again, think through the lens of a consumer. Once in a while, go visit your webpage and think about it, through the lens of a consumer. Browse around some of the buttons, make sure everything works. And then you're going to find that as you are more experienced in website design, you're going to fine-tune some buttons, action buttons, and you're going to make sure that your website is well designed. And thanks for tuning into this video on do's and don'ts for building a website. I'm going to continue talking more about email marketing and blogs for your website so we can build this centralized platform for your business. If you want to watch more videos in the Startup Starter Kit, click on this video up here. And if you want to go to the next video in the Startup Starter Kit, you can click here, but it probably won't be ready, so it will just direct you to a video that's well suited to your interests. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later, alright? Take care.